You are now tuning in to Back of the Chevelle Radio with Mac and Sweet Jones. Get in, wipe your feet, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
And here's a Monte Carlo model option that delivers all-out performance character. The 1985 Monte Carlo SS. Monte Carlo SS features a spirited high-output 5-liter V8 with a standard 4-speed automatic overdrive.
I'm riding the money, I'm riding the coupe. The better be with me, they shake out the roof. I'm moving, it felt like I'm going on the loose. I'm good in your hood and I'm chucking the deuce. Hit the gas skirt and I hit a loop. Popping this shit like an interlude. Popping that shit like an intertube. The motor screaming like an attitude. She shaking that air with them titty loose. Motor running like it got a loose. Chevy interior on down goose. They making their face like a damn poop. I know the Chevy looking clean to you. I know them haters that ain't mad at us. And I'm riding Chevy with no damn rust. Then I brought the rubber, leave you in the dust.
Back at the Chevelle Radio, bitch. Y'all know what's happening, man. It's your boy Mac and Sweet Jones, and we back, man, with season 2 of Back at the Chevelle Radio. You know, I left y'all right after the elections was decided. That's when I went on my little hiatus, and we back in the chaos. We back in the mix, and I really wanted to cut this music down some, just a little bit. I don't want to cut all the way down, but anyway, I really wanted to come back when I really had something to say. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me is, man, I don't like forcing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize to those who were waiting for me to pop up and do my motherfucking thing. But we back now, and I'm gonna tackle a few topics here. I ain't gonna be too long, man. I'm really trying to get back into the swing of things here. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So, you know, white folks, they always mad. Fuck them. But Matt Walsh and the rest of the racist white society, you know, that little group over there, the conservatives, the Christians, and all that, you know how they do. They mad because they can't say they can't say the N-word, you know, the nigger, you know, that word. They mad because we tell them they can't say that word. So if your head been in the sand recently, some cracker in Minnesota, Shiloh Hendricks, called a Somali kid, a black kid, the N-word. He's like 5 years old, something like that. And it was recorded and everything. And she started receiving threats from, allegedly. Let me put that out there, allegedly, because these white folks be lying like a motherfucker, man. They be lying like hell. So I'm going to say allegedly. She was receiving threats, and she put up a GoFundMe for her folks to be relocated. And I want to say them folks gave her hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not close to $1 million, you know, life-changing money. These folks are stupid, and they are sick because they got fucking played. But anyway, I'm gonna play a few clips of Matt Walsh speaking on this topic, and I'm gonna play them first, and then we're gonna go back, and y'all know I'm gonna do my thing while, you know, pause and correct. You did.
Insane for anyone to be physically harmed over a word. And yes, if I say the word, then I cannot rightly tell anyone else to not say it. That's a basic rule of life. You cannot do something and then tell other people not to do it. So instead, you might say, why don't we all just refrain from saying it for the same reason, in the same way that most of us try to refrain from using any other slur or vulgarity? Culture. This is the most devastating attack on cancel culture that we have seen, possibly ever. Shiloh Hendricks has, without really trying, effectively ended cancel culture. As Mark Dice said in his video about the incident, Shiloh is the final boss of cancel culture, or maybe rather the final boss that cancel culture has to fight. And I think that's right. And this is the part that many conservatives seem to be missing. All they see is that this woman said something bad and is now getting rewarded for it. The whole thing is so unsavory that they can't help but recoil. And yeah, it is unsavory. You wish that Shiloh had said or done something that we could affirmatively defend. That would be much easier. Nobody wants to affirmatively defend cussing out a 5-year-old, even though I don't think the kid's actually 5. But none of that is the point. The point is that the only way to put an end to this routine, the routine where the outrage mob mobilizes and assembles to destroy somebody's life, is to disincentivize the routine. And the only way to disincentivize that behavior is to reward the person who's being targeted.
Okay, man. So y'all heard those two clips. So the first one was him basically, being upset that they can't say the N-word. And then the second one was him saying that to combat, to combat cancel culture, they're going to incentivize the person that's canceled. Okay. How the fuck is that smart? But let's get into it. So we're going to run that first clip back. We're going to dissect that motherfucker. And then we're going to do the same thing for the second one. So let's do it.
Saying for anyone to be physically harmed over a word. And yes, if I say the word, then I cannot rightly tell anyone else to not say it.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you will get physically harmed for calling a black person a nigga. Shit, just saying nigga in general. Yeah, you gonna get your ass beat. And rightfully motherfucking so. You don't want to, you mad that it's like this? Be mad at your punk ass ancestors, you old punk ass cracker. Be mad at them. Huh? How about that? How about you take some accountability for your ancestors being pieces of shit? Huh? How about we do that, Matt Walsh? Huh? Because this shit right here is just, I'm white and I say so. You upset that a black person can sit up here and tell you no. That's what this shit really about.
That's a basic rule of life. You cannot do something and then tell other people not to do it.
Watch us, pussy bitch. Watch us. Watch us. Watch us. We been doing it and we still gonna do it. Now get stupid and start going around saying a fucking word. A foot gonna be in your dumb Catholic ass.
So instead, you might say, why don't we all just refrain from saying it for the same reason in the same way that...
That's I'm white and I say so. This is the white man saying, well, hey guys, since we can't say it anymore, let's just say everyone can't say it. No, we gonna do what the fuck we want to do. Because we foundational black Americans and we do what the fuck we want to do anyway. And we don't give a shit how y'all feel about it. We don't care about your thoughts. We don't care about your ideas. We don't care about your suggestions. You don't tell us what the fuck to do. And you motherfuckers use the word anyway. And it ain't like a motherfucker like Matt Walsh is around black folks anyway. So I'm pretty sure you just bouncing the word all over the place amongst your peers. So what's the problem? You want to be able to say that shit to a black person with impunity and not be punished. You don't want to be held accountable. Because that's what white folks do. They don't want to be held accountable because they never had to be held accountable. You want free reign. And when the black man and the black woman say, hell no, you ain't finna do a motherfucking thing over here. You ain't running shit over here. A problem occurs. We don't need you making suggestions over here, punk ass Matt Walsh. Go worry about what the Catholic Church doing. Huh? You sound like, what's the word that they use? Soy boy. Yeah, you sound like one of them. That's y'all words, right? Soy boy.
Most of us try to refrain from using any other slur or vulgarity. Saying for...
Bro, you sit up here and talk shit about black folks all fucking day long. That's your claim to fame. That's how you make your little motherfucking money, you dumbass white supremacists. Like, I honestly, bro, I highly doubt this dude is around any motherfucking black folks. I know he's not around any black folks, but he acts as if black folks are in his way of life. Just to disrupt and goddamn the way he live and all that. That's how most white people act. Guess what? Most white people don't live amongst black people. Most white people don't even have to come in contact with black people. This is America. America is very segregated. Even when the immigrants come over here, you know what I'm saying? It's segregated as well. They move them over to the black community. But before you know it, they build their own enclaves within the black community. That's a fact. Let's move on to the next soundbite with this old dumbass talking about incentivizing someone who's quote unquote canceled.
This is the most devastating attack on cancel culture that we have seen, possibly ever.
So the most devastating attack on cancel culture is y'all giving money to a bitch you don't want to work. Like, you really like bragging and boasting about something degenerate, actually. A grown ass woman calling a child a racial slur. That's what we doing. That's what you call a W. Y'all, this is the same shit as them going around parading around Daniel Penny at football games and shit, making him a hero. White folks don't have heroes, y'all. I hope y'all know that. Anybody they labeled a hero is a degenerate, or is a part of a degenerate entity or institution.
Shiloh Hendricks has, without really trying, effectively ended cancel culture. As Mark Dice said in his video about the incident.
No, the fuck. What the fuck is cancel culture? Holding folks accountable? Folks, think about this shit, man. Think about how fucking heinous you gotta be, or how stupid you have to be and low down and dirty to want to go through life without being accountable for the shit that you do. And then you go around, when folks hold you accountable, you call it cancel culture. Yeah, motherfucker, you a dirty piece of shit. Motherfucker don't want to fuck with you. That's logic. That's logic of someone who has moral. You supposed to be a Christian, which don't mean a fucking thing when y'all white people say it. Like, where's your morality? You don't have any because you're a fucking fake Christian. Praising fake Jesus. You a bitch.
Shiloh is the final boss of cancel culture, or maybe rather the final boss that cancel culture has to fight. And I think that's right. And this is the part that many conservatives seem to be missing. All they see is that this woman said something bad and is now getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, because that's what the fuck is going on, dumbass. But I'm pretty sure anyone who's tuning into your dumbass is listening to your fucking garbage construe this shit to some type of genius idea or plan or whatever the case may be, because y'all are mindless fucking monkey morons. You need to hush your chimp lips, bitch. Hush them.
The whole thing is so unsavory that they can't help but recoil. And yeah, it is unsavory. You wish that Shiloh had said or done something that we could affirmatively defend.
Do you really, though? Do you? Because, I mean, you defending her right now. You contradicting yourself, you dickhead. What the fuck are you talking about? That shit probably made you nut when she got down called that kid a nigga.
That would be much easier. Nobody wants to affirmatively defend cussing out a 5-year-old, even though I don't.
You defending it right now, you fucking jackass. The fuck are you talking about? You defending it right now, stupid. You fucking stupid.
I don't think the kid's actually 5, but none of that is the point. The point is that the only way to put an end to this routine, the routine where the outrage mob mobilizes and assembles to destroy somebody's life, is to disincentivize the routine. And the only way to disincentivize that behavior is to reward the person who's being targeted.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my goddamn life. Hey, let's give them some money because they call a kid a nigger. So conservatives' new thing is to incentivize folks doing degenerate shit to combat cancel culture, which is really just motherfuckers holding a person accountable for dumb bullshit. And you wonder why folks are tired of these motherfucking crackers. Stupid, ignorant shit like that, man. Like, that type of shit plagues society. It literally, honestly, this whole thought process has eroded in America. Now they got this shit going on where they talking about black fatigue. See, they always stealing our goddamn words and things like that. They got this shit called black fatigue, which originally, black fatigue is, you know, when black Americans minds are being fucking eroded from oppression, from white people, from the system. That's what black fatigue is. These motherfuckers then came up with some shit where they saying they tired of us whining and all this type of shit. Y'all the whiners. Y'all the whiners. The problem is this, man. These people, they want us to sit up here and take getting our ass whooped, getting disrespected, getting degraded, denigrated with a smile on our face. That's what they want. They want it how it was during slavery, where they could just do what they want with us with impunity. And they have an issue with us always speaking up and trying to goddamn make these motherfuckers do right by us, or forcing them to do right by us. You know what I mean? And the issue is that they can't do what the fuck they want to do anymore. And it bothers them. And they really just project. That's all. Everything they say about us is just a projection from them and their culture. From them making us out to be the criminals. No, they the criminals. Them making black men to be the scapegoat of a fatherless household. No, that's their households. That's their households. They always talking about black women, being single mamas and shit. No, trust me, majority of white folks on their third and fourth marriage. And they done had goddamn kids with probably each one of them wives. And shit. And that's if the wife is alive, because you already know, as soon as the wife try to divorce the white man, he go and damn blow her fucking brains out. So, hey, the fuck are we talking about here, man? Quit fucking projecting. Anyway, y'all. Now, I do want to speak on, they got this thing going on with birthright citizenship. Let me cut the music back on. Why y'all niggas ain't telling me the music went on? But yeah, so they got this thing with going on with the Supreme Court and all, with Donald Trump and them challenging birthright citizenship and shit. And as you know, birthright citizenship was originally for the children of slaves, us, foundational black Americans, not immigrants, not illegals coming over here dropping off anchor babies and shit, trying to sneak their way into the fucking country. So you already know my thought process on this. In birthright citizenship is stupid. I think we the only country that actually have birthright citizenship. No other country is allowing you to go into their shit and just become a fucking citizen because you dropped off a baby or something like that. You know what I mean? It's a process. And the only reason why immigration is so fucked up over here is because America goddamn bring people over here to undermine black Americans. That's why. It's used as a tool of white supremacy. So yeah, go ahead. Let's end all this birthright citizenship. I don't give a fuck about if immigrants get mad about that shit or whatever the case may be. Motherfucker don't like it, you can take your ass home. But anyway, man, I got a real good, I ain't gonna say good, but I got a feeling, this summer gonna be, crazy. We in a ride for the next 4 years, y'all. So I'm finna lock in, and you will be getting more shows. Ain't no telling how long season 2 lasts. I don't know how many episodes season 1 was. Maybe it was like 5 or 6 episodes, maybe 4. I don't know. But we definitely gonna eclipse that mark because shit going down. I got something to say. And we in this shit, man. Folks are losing their jobs out here. Shit is high as fuck. And we can barely afford things out here, man. This shit is hurting everybody, including your boy. I'm in this shit with y'all. So stay tuned, y'all. Plenty more episodes of Back to Chevelle Radio on the way. You dig? Once again, it's your boy Mac and Sweet Jones. This is Back to Chevelle Radio, and we out, baby.
Including a larger front stabilizer bar and stiffer rear